Professor Kate Ott, thank you for joining our Youth Ministry Initiative Fellows Program at Yale Divinity School today. You joined us today to talk about ways in which we might fruitfully and generatively talk about sexual ethics and behaviors with young people. And just as an introduction, what you really wanted to share with us was there are a number of ways in which we often just get this wrong. Could you just run over those again for us?
Sure. There are a number of myths I always hear when I go to do sexuality talks with parents or that I hear from other ministers. And it usually starts off with the first, which is, this is just about behaviors, or this is just about orientation. Part of that is our church history got stuck in those, so we forget sexuality is much broader. The second is that we tend to think if we talk about sex or sexuality, everyone's going to go out there and do it. The third is that oftentimes we have a perception problem. We either think no one in our youth group does this, or everyone in our youth group is doing this. And by this, it could be sexual intercourse, it could be sexting, it could be any kind of behavior we're worried about. But we have a perception problem with it. And then we also tend to think if we just say no, kids won't do anything. So we never get to the additional education they need or recognizing that at some point, they might want to say yes to certain behaviors. And then lastly, and I would say perhaps our biggest problem, is that we think it's okay to follow the parenting model, which is just having one big talk. So we do one lesson on this, or we spend one weekend on it, and then the kids don't hear us talk about sexuality and healthy relationships any other time during the year. So really, we haven't done our job because sexuality is something we're talking about and learning about every day of our lives.